stylish. Masterpiece, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk, I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. Kick it and go. Kick it and go.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Cottrell, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Up 2nd and 9.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 16. And he'll drop here to throw. No gain, and it's 2nd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
Intended for had no command that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And it's complete. Henry. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 27.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Brought Chris Jones on the stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards to pick up there.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Kickoff for Kansas City.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this carries into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
With Melvin Gordon moving on to Denver, Austin Eckler is officially the Chargers' #1 option at the running back position. Gordon spent a lot of time holding out last year, and Eckler took full advantage with a breakout season. 92 receptions, 993 yards, and 8 touchdowns. He was in the top 10 in the league in receptions, receiving touchdowns, and all-purpose yards.
Brings up 2nd.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, you start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. 4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know how you put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for them and shot for them? Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
And some space here. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 6-0 our score after one.
Nothing.
Mahomes now on first down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
30 on the carry.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Flushed out right. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to fourth down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion. Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Eckler, the ball carrier.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
He's tackled at the...
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
It's a gain of 4.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Chargers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Herbert. And right side, Henry's got it. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Herbert hooking up with Henry that time for the Charger first. Herbert on first down now. And he's got his man on the out route. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
Gain of 18.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On the tackle. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. At the
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first. But Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense. He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. Have them looking at 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Herbert. And this is complete. It's Allen. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Trying to bunch it in with Eckler. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the Chiefs' 4-yard line.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Herbert. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Badgley able to knock this one through, and they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's like you're going negative on
I
that.
was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
first down. Mahomes. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt.
A 43-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3.
Chargers.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Antoine Winfield Jr. picks it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Second and a yard at the Chargers' 16-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cottrell, and on this one he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
On second down, Cottrell. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this has no chance. It's no good. Well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Operating from the gun. Herbert, he'll get this to Eckler. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Running on first down, Eckler. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
3rd down.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Hunter Henry. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from moving out in front. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point.
Makes the score Chargers 10, Chiefs 9. Michael Badgley to kick off for the
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
Well, no doubt those points or those missed points do loom large, but here they're getting a chance for a makeup, aren't they? Almost like my time in school, I was always begging my teachers for a makeup exam. Here's their opportunity now to put those points on the board.
And every point becoming more vital here in the second half. He's got daylight past the 20 and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch.
Yeah. At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and count.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Eckler. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
One of
the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
That's out to the left and complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Complete.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The ball carrier. He's tackled at the 7-yard line. A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now it's Herbert. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers have once again taken the lead. They'll try and run it here. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Kansas City,
23 yards on the play.
1st and 10 at the 40.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The 22 more yards there and another 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? A quick slant to Hill. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Tackled by Kenneth Murray. 8 yards on the pickup.
2nd and 2.
At the 11-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets him down to the 6-yard line. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll keep it on the ground. Cottrell. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. On 2nd down now, Cottrell. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the 4th. They're going to keep it on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
31. Chargers 16.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
1st down, Los Angeles.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A big spot for the rookie Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Herbert on 3rd down now. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Fourth down.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Cottrell. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
1 yard gain.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their